Hello, people. I am Jaby Koay, joined by Alazay. Hey, and Achara KIRK. So, we're watching Dice Media's What the Folks web series season 3, episode 2. Not kidding. So, before we move forward here, a couple things. Please subscribe if you haven't done that already, and hit that bell icon so you get notified every time we drop another video. All notifications, please. It helps us out a lot. And also, there is construction going on in this building right now. No control over that. Could not anticipate this whatsoever. Can't reschedule Alazay because she's leaving for South Korea to fight coronavirus over there. Not funny over there. Okay, so here we go. Sorry, that's a bad joke. But
That's terrible.
But I had to go. Someone had to go there. Might as well be me.
I'll be going there, I guess.
So, here we go. Oh, thank you, Dice Media.
Thank you. Are you afraid of the dark?
पक्का नेगेटिव था ना?
Oh.
हाँ निखिल.
पक्का ना?
Obviously पक्का निखिल. Am I going to lie to you?
I don't know. Would you?
Yes.
Why would someone lie though? About that? Yeah. So many reasons.
Haven't you seen Road to Perdition? Oh, no, was it called Revolutionary Road?
I haven't seen it.
Which one is it? Leonardo DiCaprio.
I would just say honest. Yes, I'm pregnant.
होता तो मतलब तुझे चाहिए था? हाँ?
I don't know.
Why? I don't know का क्या मतलब होता है? मैं I don't know का क्या करूँ? Guess करूँ?
What?
अच्छा नहीं. Sorry. Then talk to me now. Just tell me what you're thinking.
I don't know what I'm thinking. I just think when you start thinking.
Oh, okay. Maybe it really was negative.
मैंने बात कर तो ली थी यार. We'll start thinking when like someday.
No, like
देखो
now.
सबका सब thinking आज ही करना है क्या यार?
तुमने ही तो बोला था ना. I want to be a dad at 30. मुझे 2 साल में बच्चे करने. अब 3 साल हो गए शादी से. We like 4 years before we actually have a baby.
हाँ बोला था. But वो time अलग था. ये time अलग है. You have to understand that also, no?
Right. मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आया. Forget it.
यार एक सेकंड. मैंने ऐसा कुछ नहीं कहा कि तुम्हें कुछ नहीं समझ में आता. I'm just saying that try and understand. Please. क्या हुआ? अच्छा क्या हुआ?
You wanted the baby.
Just 2 minutes. The possibility just seemed that it might be real. I just thought, what if? What if?
I don't know. What if का तो
Yo, rack focus. What are you doing?
I don't know.
You know what? Then I also don't. Forget it. I don't know.
Oh. That's not the reaction
can-
she was looking for.
The makeup artist, I just want to say something like, the makeup artist did a good job because it's not bleeding into, I can't see it bleeding into the pillow.
Yeah.
And makeup often just like gets everywhere. Like, you know what I'm saying, right?
Otherwise,
तो
she might
better
not be
मैं
wearing
देखती
any.
Well, she's wearing makeup.
Little face.
मैडम आपको ऑर्डर.
मैं हमने कोई ऑर्डर नहीं किया. 1 मिनट. This is too much. किरण, तुमने फिर से बाहर से ऑर्डर किया. कल ही तुम्हारा पेट खराब हो गया था ना. अगर कुछ खाना ही है तो मुझे बता दिया करो. I make it for
मैंने
you.
ऑर्डर नहीं किया.
किरण.
ये किरण मैडम की नहीं है. ये किसी और का ही है.
अरे किरण मैडम नहीं है.
हाँ मुझे पता था. ये जो डाइट करने की एक्टिंग है ना तुम बंद कर दो.
मैं?
हाँ अगर कुछ खाना है तो खुल के खाओ. मुझे भी खाने दो. ऐसी उम्र में तुम चीटिंग करोगी तुम चुप के खाओगी तो कैसे चलेगा?
कोई चीटिंग नहीं कर
This is really not done.
रुको. ये हमारा नहीं है लेके जाओ.
अरे ये आप ही का ऑर्डर यहाँ लिखा तो है पनीर शाक्षुका ट्रिपल में यो ऑर्डर डॉली मैम.
डॉली?
मैम?
अबे सर.
Ah!
डॉली.
डॉली.
Dolly.
ये डॉली? तू कब से फूल?
Oh God, he's so annoying.
अबे ये मेरा इलाका है. तेरे को बॉस ने बताया नहीं क्या? चल निकल यहाँ से. तू निकल यहाँ से. ये मेरे अंकल आंटी. मैं यहाँ काम से आया. हाँ तो मैं यहाँ थोड़ी कोई चंदा इकट्ठा करने आया हूँ.
क्या काम?
ये शाक्षुका डिलीवर करने.
शाक्षुका?
अरे शाक्षुका वो होता है इजरायली लोग
Oh,
बनाते
I
हैं.
love shakshuka.
शाक्षुका देना इधर. अरे इधर देना.
So yummy.
काकी वो किरण काकू ने बुलाया था ना काम से. बताया नहीं आपको क्या?
क्या काम?
लॉयर से मिलवाने.
लॉयर? डिवोर्स लेना है क्या?
डिवोर्स?
अरे कोई डिवोर्स नहीं ले रहे। ए डोली, तेरे को शाक-शुका मिल गया ना, तू अंदर चल। चल। ए एक्स्ट्रा सॉस डाला है ना?
डाला है।
अरे डाला ऐसे क्या बोल रहे हैं? पैसा दिया है ना बंधु, पैसे
ताकि आप चाय पियोगे?
डॉली, तुम चाय पियोगे?
2 चम्मच चीनी।
चलो किचन में।
नहीं बंधु, मुझे नहीं चाहिए चाय।
चीनी ऊपर है, आ जाओ।
Just like, get your butt in the kitchen.
बंधु यार, तुम्हें पता है ना हसमुख काका के फैमिली के साथ क्या हुआ था? नहीं तुम टेंशन मत लो, मैंने वो डॉली के लॉयर के साथ बात कर ली।
तुमने लॉयर से बात कर ली? तुम मुझे कब बताने वाले थे किरण?
अरे बंधु, मैंने बताया था ना तुमको। अरे तुम भूल गई। यार डोंट डू दिस बंधु, वी स्पोक अबाउट इट बंधु।
किरण, ये जो मैं भूल गई, तुम भूल गए, ये सब जो बहाने हैं ना, वो हफ्ते में सिर्फ एक बार यूज करना, समझे?
What if he doesn't remember?
बंधु, मिलते ना लॉयर से यार, प्लीज।
किरण, ये सब करने की क्या जरूरत है? ये सब बाद में भी तो हो सकता है।
बाद में कब?
Exactly.
क्यों? तुम्हारी प्रॉपर्टी कहीं भागे जा रही है क्या?
प्रॉपर्टी नहीं, पर मैं बंधु।
He's such a good actor.
काकी, थोड़ी तुलसी डाल देना
Oh god.
और अदरक भी।
Oh my god.
किरण, जब हम लॉयर से मिलेंगे ना, तो डॉली से डिवोर्स जरूर लेंगे।
ये बात है।
चलो, वो तो अदरक।
To 1 million
Fresh
active
ginger.
users, guys. 1 million.
Congrats.
Food Gully! Food Gully! Congratulations, guys. I mean, this is a big deal, right? Actually, I was thinking कि मैं और रोहन पिछले साल इसी टाइम पे सत्तू के ढाबे पे सत्तू। हम सोच रहे थे कि गेम कैसे बदलें। I mean, कैसे बदलेंगे, कब बदलेंगे? We had no idea.
His business is called
I
Food
just,
Gully?
I'm really grateful.
Burn Gully.
Thank you
No,
so much
Food
for
Gully.
being a part of
Gully means ghetto.
a crazy journey.
Oh, so ghetto
And
food?
I don't know why I'm making it sound like सब खत्म
Right?
होने वाला है, but नहीं, अभी है. And in fact, I was thinking कि why don't we revise the targets? What do you say? 2 million by the next quarter?
Wow.
Good. Yeah.
Aim high.
1.5? I don't know. Okay.
Go for 2. Come on.
So
do this.
yeah, congratulations, good job, and क्या बोलता है bro? मैं
मचाते रहो
मचाते
रहो guys
मचाते रहो.
मचाते
And
रहो.
बस दारू पियो, शराब पियो. Let's make the most of the day, and कल से काम करते हैं. Right? Go for it.
Everybody drink and then I'll judge your productivity tomorrow. Ha! I'm a great boss.
कैसे भागे सब दारू के नाम पे?
congratulations boss
Oh, cheers.
cheers वैसे सुना है कि रोहन दिल्ली की पार्टी में शैंपेन पिला रहा है
तो कब जा रहा है तू दिल्ली?
20 टाइम क्या हुआ पता?
4:30.
अरे यार तेरी भाषणबाजी के चक्कर में मैं लेट हो गया ना. जा रहा हूँ अभी मैं.
कहाँ?
सिम्बा के सोने का टाइम है ये.
शांतनु, मुझे तुझसे एक बात करनी.
या
सिम्बा ना एक कुत्ता है. मतलब अगर उसको कहीं सोना है तो कहीं पे भी जाएगा किसी कोने में, ऐसे लेट जाएगा और सो जाएगा. इट्स दैट सिंपल.
ब्रो यू हैव नो आइडिया. अगर वो अभी नहीं सोया ना देन ही विल बी अवेक फॉर द एंटायर नाइट. और कल मैं ऑफिस नहीं आ पाऊँ. चलेगा?
ओके. सिम्बा कुत्ता है, इंसान नहीं है. He's good.
तू भी मेरी बात नहीं समझ. वो कुत्ता है ना, वो हम इंसानों से ज्यादा इमोशनल. बात बात पे रो देता. और वैसे भी चावी ट्रीट्स हिम लाइक एन एक्चुअल सन.
और जो तेरा
I thought this was like an LA thing. I didn't realize this was like a global
It's
thing.
global.
What do you mean,
It's global
animals?
now.
Well, just this sort of.
वेरी फनी.
I'll tell you later.
वो इसलिए नहीं होगा क्योंकि चार्वी को ना कुत्ते चाहिए, बच्चे नहीं.
It's all
What if
about
you change your
children.
mind?
चांस ही नहीं है ब्रो. क्योंकि पहले से ना मेरी और चार्वी की शादी नो किड्स जोन रही. सो इट वोंट चेंज.
सही है।
सही है ना? तो चलूं मैं?
ये चलने की बात कब हुई?
ओ, तो ठीक है, मैं काम करता हूँ, कल से ना अपने कुत्ते को यहाँ लेके आ, ऑफिस में घूमता रहेगा, अपना ऑफिस भी थोड़ा कूल लगेगा ना उसकी वजह से।
शांतनु, व्हाट इफ हम एक घोड़ा ले लें, पेट का पेट हो जाएगा, ट्रांसपोर्ट का ट्रांसपोर्ट हो जाएगा। सोच अपनी कंपनी कितनी स्टेबल हो जाएगी।
It took me a second to get that joke. It went over my head for a second.
I'm laughing just because you found it so funny.
I know.
It's really cheesy.
Terrible.
Like a dad joke.
That was such a dad joke. Oh my god.
That was good.
What's that?
That was clever. I didn't like catch that.
पिंटू
What's that?
क्या कर रहा
Oh,
है?
hey.
हाँ?
प्लेन
क्या प्लेन?
प्लेन की गाड़ी के साथ सेल्फी लेता एकदम मस्त आते हैं ना।
और ये क्या है ये सब? हाँ? क्या ये क्या है? क्या है ये सब?
बारिश हो रही ना और धूप है नहीं, तो मैंने सोचा गाड़ी में लोन मार के लगा दूं।
निकाल ये सब।
Oh.
सब कुछ निकाल।
Clothes are gonna get
Oh, it's
dirty.
सुधा जी,
क्या?
मैं क्या सोच रहा था, अगर आप बुरा मत माने तो एक बात पूछे।
मत पूछ।
ये जो गाड़ी है ना, गाड़ी
हाँ।
कोई चला तो है नहीं, ऐसे यहाँ पे बड़े बड़े सड़ रही है।
तो
अगर आपका बेचने का थोड़ा मन करे, मतलब अगर करे, तो मैं भी ना आजकल सेविंग कर रहा हूँ, तो आप प्लीज प्रकाश सर से पूछेंगे क्या?
हाँ पूछती हूँ। चल अब बाहर निकल। ये सामान पकड़ और ये निकाल।
हाँ
चल ये उतार यहाँ से और वो भी। चल पकड़ आजा।
वैसे ना अपने जमाने में गाड़ी तो बहुत चलाई मैंने।
अपने जमाने में तो है कितने साल का?
अरे कार्स पे तो मतलब मैं बचपन से ही।
ज्यादा बात मत कर, गाड़ियां तो मैंने भी बहुत चलाई हैं।
अच्छा सच में आपको आती है?
और नहीं तो क्या, मेरे पास लाइसेंस भी तो है।
लाइसेंस का क्या है, वो तो किसी को भी मिल सकता।
So I've been told.
Yeah. That's how my mom got her
You
license.
pay 500 rupees or
Like,
something
how
and
much
get
do
a
you want?
license.
ये देख।
Oh my gosh, it's terrible. It's kind of scary.
तू जा, हाँ?
They're really good drivers over there, though. Better than over here.
कर लूंगी, दरवाजा बंद कर।
What are you gonna do, Auntie G? Are you gonna go join a club? Oh, I like her scarf. Is it Romy?
काका,
Caught me off
म्यूजिक
guard.
मस्त है ना? अरे ये तो
I was like into the moment, and then
काका,
It's a weird transition.
मेरा दोस्त है ना बंटी।
I thought it was actually pretty effective because it wakes you up. Like,
Yeah.
वही है। 16 साल का है। मैं आपको लिख देता हूँ।
I'll send you the link.
मुझे बादशाही पसंद है।
Why is she so mad?
Because he's so annoying.
और काकी, तुम्हारे से मिलके अच्छा लग रहा? हाँ, सब क्लियर है एकदम?
राइट कहाँ जा रहे? सीधा लो।
अरे सीधा कहाँ जा रहे हैं किरण?
बस यहीं।
Oh. A home? Wow, he's thinking of everything.
किरण, दिस इज टू मच. चलो यहाँ से. डॉली, गाड़ी मोड़ो.
काकी वो
शट अप. किरण, मैं अंदर नहीं जा रही हूँ. चलो यहाँ से.
Anu baby.
What? Are you drunk?
Actually, I had a couple of beers with the team. But it's a couple.
तुम्हारा ये स्टार्टअप का कल्चर क्या थोड़ा ज्यादा कूल नहीं हो गया?
थोड़ा सा तो है. Oh, हम घोड़ा ले रहे हैं.
What?
Nothing.
आज ऑफिस के बाद should I pick you up?
But मुझे तो लगा कि हमारी कट्टी चल रही है.
Of course not. Who even says कट्टी anymore?
तो क्या हम आज रात इस कट्टी को पट्टी में बदल सकते हैं?
Okay, cancel. ये थोड़ा ज्यादा ही cringe हो गया.
I know. Yeah.
So should I pick you up? Yeah.
Later. Alligator.
Oh no.
Why can't you just play along, lady? He's having a good time.
She's at work. There's no.
Yeah, but like
It's not even-
people are always trying to shit on your fun. Like
मैं नहीं जा रही यहाँ पर.
प्लीज जिद मत करो.
brings back bad memories.
मैं कर रही हूँ.
Yeah.
मुझे नहीं जाना है अंदर.
It's not shit on your
तुम
phone.
बैठो तुम गाड़ी में. डॉली, तू गाड़ी स्टार्ट कर.
ए डॉली, एक मिनट.
Oh.
प्लीज 2 मिनट के लिए चलो.
हमें क्यों जाना है केयर सेंटर में किरण? क्या हम घर पे तुम्हारा केयर नहीं करते? आज तक किसने रखा है ख्याल तुम्हारा? ये सब तुम्हारी आइडिया होगी ना डॉली?
काकी मुझे नहीं पता. मम्मी प्रॉमिस.
ए तू चुप कर डॉली. बाहर निकल.
काका मैं क्यों बाहर निकलूं? आप लोग अंदर जाओ ना. मैं बाहर थोड़ी निकलूंगा.
तू बाहर निकलता है कि नहीं?
जाऊं? जाता हूं.
It's like, even when
एक्सरसाइज
you're,
कर. बहुत मोटा हो रहा है तू. इतना खाएगा.
even when you're a grown up, like the older grown ups still scare the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Well, it's embedded in your foundation.
Yeah.
वंदे तुम ऐसा क्यों कर रही हो?
मैं ऐसा कर रही हूँ किरण? तुम ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हो? अचानक ये लॉयर, ये विल, अब ये केयर सेंटर.
वंदे अचानक से मैं बीमार पड़ गया. सोच के थोड़ी कोई बीमार पड़ता है. और अगर अचानक से मैं
प्लीज.
I have to look after the family. मुझे सब कुछ करके जाना होगा.
It's good to do it together instead of her doing it by herself, you know?
वो
People
सब
don't realize
मुझे
that.
नहीं पता है किरण. मैं तुम्हें किसी केयर सेंटर में नहीं जाने दूंगी.
Because he loves
वंदे
you.
तुम्हें पता है ना मैं ठीक नहीं हूँ. और मेरी कंडीशन और भी बिगड़ने वाली है.
तो हम रखेंगे ना तुम्हारा ख्याल. हम सब हैं ना तुम्हारा ख्याल रखने के लिए.
मैं कब कह रहा हूँ कि तुम नहीं रखोगे ख्याल. और तुम्हें मदद की जरूरत पड़ेगी ना. निखिल, अनीता, श्रेया, तुम लोगों से नहीं मैनेज हो पाएगा.
तुम हमारे लिए डिसाइड मत करो प्लीज. हम मैनेज कर लेंगे.
मुझे अपनी फैमिली पे बोझ नहीं बनना है. I want you to remember me as this dashing, young, handsome man whom you fell for.
I will remember you as this dashing, charismatic young man forever, always. Don't you get it?
वंदु तुम्हें पता है कि मैं सही कर रहा हूँ. Why are you fighting it?
Because तुम सही नहीं कर रहे हो किरण. अगर मैं बीमार होती तो तुम मुझे छोड़ देते. किसी केयर सेंटर में मेरा ख्याल नहीं रखते. हाँ?
Maybe.
Wanda, please.
Moosa didn't have to
You don't
answer.
know how lucky I am to spend my life with a person like you. हमारी शादी कब हुई थी?
मुझे नहीं याद.
We've gone through so much, so many ups and downs. We've braved together. So,
Exactly, Kiran. Exactly. We'll go through everything together. सब साथ में.
but you have to be strong for that. सब लोगों के लिए. Nikhil, Anita, Shreya. And you are a strong woman. तुम बच्चों को कैसे कहती हो? 500 बच्चों को कहती हो? एक लाइन में खड़े रहो. कहती हो कि नहीं?
मैं उस सब के लिए स्ट्रॉन्ग हूँ किरण, लेकिन इसके लिए नहीं, प्लीज. केयर सेंटर के लिए नहीं, प्लीज.
ठीक है. लेकिन कार में सिर्फ बेस्ट सीडी है. वो अच्छा नहीं. उसकी आवाज में दर्द है और मेरे सिर में.
तूने ट्रिक किया ना मेरे
I
को.
love that. That was
क्या?
such a powerful scene.
हाँ?
So
You
good.
wanted a coolie, that's why you picked me up.
शट अप यार निखिल, जाके शैम्पू लाओ.
Is she pregnant?
कौन सा वाला? Advanced repairing shampoo, nourishing shampoo, anti hair fall shampoo. कौन सा वाला?
The red one.
हाँ. Red one.
What's that?
Chocolate.
I don't know about y'all, but like, I don't think those flavored condoms are very.
Flavorful.
बच्चे नहीं चाहिए.
Delicious.
मैंने
Well,
बोला मुझे
Never
बस
again.
नहीं.
I had an experience once. A girl just complained
Why?
about
I
it.
mean, when did you change your mind?
Maybe it wasn't her flavor.
When did you make up your mind?
Oh no. Are we eating our feelings? What's going on?
I don't want to be some kind of old mother who cannot keep up with her children, okay?
Oh, so see, that's where we're at.
कभी प्याज है?
Totally
नहीं.
get it. What is that?
आलू भी नहीं थे.
It's a really fun shot.
Yeah.
Why don't you want to have kids?
Why do you want to have kids?
ये कैसा सवाल होता है?
Valid सवाल है.
You're just being stubborn.
You are just evading my question.
अरे तुम ही तो कहते थे, oh, dad at 30, dad at 60. 3 साल में क्या बदल
नहीं,
गया?
बहुत कुछ बदल गया यार. चौकुस खत्म हो गए मेरे.
It's changed for the better, no?
नहीं यार. नहीं यार. मजा नहीं आया. Don't पलटी. कोई और सोच रहा है क्या?
ये वाला नहीं यार, नहीं. वो वाला नहीं.
अरे यार अनीता कितना कुछ है लाइफ में जो अभी तक किया नहीं है यार.
Is he eating all the samples?
Hey, it's just there's so many things that we have to do in life, ना? We have to experience so much in life.
What are you saying, Aman? ये बहुत spicy है. तुम ही नहीं खा पाओगे.
नहीं खा पाऊंगा. हाँ, that's spicy. तुझे नहीं लगता बच्चे के आ जाने से अपना फ्रीडम चला जाएगा? No, seriously, how? तो इतना श्योर कैसे है कि this is the right time?
तुम इतने शौक क्यों हो कि it's not the right time? Think about it, Nikhil. मेरी जॉब अच्छी जा रही है. Your firm is doing so well. We're finally in a good place, Nikhil. What are we waiting for?
We are not even financially secured यार. क्या बात कर रही है? मेरा स्टार्टअप अभी जाके स्टार्टअप हुआ है यार. And हमने फ्यूचर के लिए कुछ इन्वेस्ट भी नहीं किया. And you just want to?
अरे तो मैं कहाँ कह रही हूँ कि आज ही सब कुछ करना है. I'm just saying, let's plan it out now. Like the way we keep talking about investing in mutual funds. It's really not that complicated, by the way.
इतना भी आसान नहीं है यार. और मेरे को नहीं समझ में आता ये. Right? मार्केट ऊपर है नीचे नहीं. It's I don't get it.
Nikhil, life is like that. कभी ऊपर कभी नीचे. तुमने जब अपना स्टार्टअप शुरू किया था, क्या सब कुछ एक दिन में हो गया था? नहीं ना? You also took a risk. Wait, first you quit your job, then you put in your effort. Now it's paying off.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying it's kind of the same with mutual funds. I mean, हाँ, market fluctuations होती रहती हैं, लेकिन अगर सोच समझ के long term में invest करो तो फिर it can pay off.
हाँ तो ठीक है ना यार. फिर करते हैं invest mutual fund में. I don't mind.
बट इसमें बच्चा कहाँ से आ गया है?
निखिल, अगर एक बच्चे के बहाने हमारी लाइफ, हमारे फाइनेंसेस सॉर्ट आउट हो गए तो प्रॉब्लम क्या है?
तू और मैं सॉर्टेड है यार, ये सॉर्टेड है।
So what are you so afraid of? That a kid comes in and what? Like everything will get screwed up?
That's a completely valid concern.
Yeah. No, these are great conversations that need to be had. So this is great.
Oh Lord, where's the subtitles?
She's shopping for furniture.
I know, but like, what did they say?
Hey.
Maybe it's important to the
I
plot.
know. He's like, here's
Will
some
they come with you?
choices, but make up your mind.
Just sending out some emails.
Don't work so hard. यार अभी काफी late nights होंगे.
Oh, and that charming face.
You know, a bunch of us are going for that Man U Liverpool match.
Oh yeah, that's today. Yeah.
Join us.
You coming, right?
Guys, actually, मैंने mom dad के साथ आज dinner plans बनाया है, so.
Okay.
Mom dad के साथ ही dinner plans बनाए या फिर?
That's none of our business.
No, I swear, mom dad के साथ ही है.
Okay, if you say so.
He's well interested in you. Look at his cute little mustache.
आ जाना अगली बार when you're free. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, of course.
Bye.
He's got a crush on you. Move fast.
He might be a creepo depot. You don't know.
That mustache?
बैठो.
क्या हुआ?
Oh.
क्या कर रहे हो? पोनी बना रहे हो? Yeah?
That's so creepy though that they're like all staring.
Oh
Hey.
shoot, is that Ashwin?
Oh yeah.
मैं कभी इतना cool dad बन पाऊंगा?
Oh yeah.
अच्छा मैं कभी decide कर दूँ कि तुम्हें dad बनना है या नहीं. You know, I don't know if you don't get it or maybe you don't want to get it, but I'm ready.
Ooh,
Damn.
she just laid it out.
I mean, it's been 3 years, right? Come
I
on.
get it. No, it's just, you know.
No, you don't. You really don't.
It's different for women,
I'll
dude.
wait at the car.
Oh, slow-mo. It's a serious moment.
फिर दोहराने वाली बातें ये नहीं छोड़ो इनमें रखा क्या है कच्ची
Why did you lie?
से सजी
She wants to be by herself.
She wants alone time.
She has to think.
पालो इसे छोड़ो
Oh.
ना hold me
Oh, she's depressed.
Yeah.
take me
I mean,
find me
Get to fix yourself before you jump into another thing,
true,
you know?
true.
Or not.
hold me
You can just
Or you could just repeat the same toxic patterns that you've been repeating your entire life. That's
Just-
a great choice.
spread your problems out on everybody else around you.
You know? I think she's making a good choice. Beer at home. To yourself.
Yeah.
Bravo. Seriously.
Self-care.
This is a really great episode.
Oh, but she's sad.
She needs a beer.
अब खामोशी
She
से
needs a buddy.
मेरी दोस्ती
Where's Dad?
न जाने रौनक कहाँ गई किसको
To go to like a
बताऊं
Zumba class or something.
कैसे समझाऊं मर्जी मेरी तो नहीं hold me take me find me my home hold me take me find me
What? Oh, wow.
comment.
Yay, this was such a good episode. It was like all of the different phases that people go through in life, but nobody talks about it. So it brings it out for discussion and people can have that reality that so many people are suffering and going through things and not actually like discussing it and they're so sad and depressed, but the reality shows.
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot happened.
There's a lot of thoughts there. So before we talk about anything emotional and story-wise, I think I know why it went out of focus in the bed scene. I think that they're shooting on the 5D or some kind of DSLR. And so, and they're relying on the autofocus from the camera. I know this because I've experienced it firsthand, where they're just relying on the camera's autofocus and the camera can't resolve where their faces are because it's dark.
Oh, okay.
You
Gotcha.
know, and so it was like, and it was struggling, and I could feel the AC or the camera operator going, and I'm trying to make it focus like frantically.
Tap the screen.
You know, it's all touch screen, you know? I mean, if they're shooting with Canon, which most likely they are. I have no idea because I haven't asked. Anyway, yeah, that's what I figured it out. I was like, oh, it came into my brain. I know they're shooting with DSLRs or at least something like it because whenever they pan, you're getting that jello effect. If you look at the first episode when it was panning back and forth between the two.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Well, when you do it, you know.
Yeah, that's
when you think about
Jaby thing.
when you think about camera stuff, you start to pick up on, like on episode 1 when they went back and forth. Instead of it looking straight, when they go past stuff, the straight lines end up looking like that.
Right.
So
okay.
anyway.
I'll try and look out for it.
Yeah.
It's not that big of a deal, but it's like stuff that I pick up. I mean, it looks good. The only thing I would say in terms of technical stuff is I wish they would not have it be so shallow because it's like they're shooting at really shallow depth of field, and I've talked about this before. That Netflix does this all the time, and it really bugs me because like they're shooting at the widest aperture that they can without losing focus, and it completely blows everything out. And the first shot that I saw that didn't do that was in the shopping scene. The shot you liked where it was through the curtains, the clear curtains, like they had to make the depth of field deeper so that you could get them in focus and whatnot and everything. And like there, they let the focus be deeper. And I prefer it a little bit deeper because everyone's trying to shoot depth of field like so shallow these days that like all I see is your face and everything else is like circles.
Why wouldn't you want to see my face?
You know what I'm saying? So like I noticed
we do,
I noticed it in the scene where the mom was by herself. She saw the newspaper.
Yeah.
And it was from the side right before they cut to the car scene with the loud music and whatnot. The profile shot, like the background is so blurred out, like I can't resolve any of the detail. That's all I'm saying. And so this it's not limited to this show. Like this happens everywhere you see like Netflix and whatnot does this all the time. And I'm like, just a little bit more like, you know, you can shoot at 5.6, you'll be all right. It doesn't have to be not everything has to be at 1.4 aperture. So
Right.
Unless you're doing a Jaby video, people.
Yeah, in which case it's like, let's make the background so blown out, Mr.
Yeah, no, I do it too. I do it too, but the reason why is because these lights are on our faces, and I'm like, when you're shooting by yourself, and I'm thinking about the lights and whatnot, I'm sure we've all been there, where it's like, when you shoot by yourself, it's a little different, and you get in your head a little bit more. So I try to make it feel more like I'm talking to a person by lowering the lights.
Right.
And in order to do that, I got to make the depth of field really shallow.
Okay.
So that's why I do that. I'm a hypocrite, I get it. Anyway, about the episode, you really liked that scene in the car when they went to the home.
That was so real.
Yeah, I personally was related to the father in that moment. The grandfather? The father in that moment. He's not a grandfather. Yeah, he's on his way to be. But I related to the father in that moment because I'm thinking to myself, like, I would have done the same thing, only I wouldn't have told her. I probably would have just, like, packed my shit up, left a note, and bounced. And here's all the financial stuff so that you'll be all right. This is paid for. I would have just left in secret.
Well, the thing is, like, he doesn't need care now, right?
Right.
But in a few years, he might do. And I see that he's coming from a place of love and just preparation, because I know that my dad has done the exact same thing. And it was hard for me to understand at first because I was like, why are you planning for your death? This is so morbid. This is so strange. And he was like, look, I've seen what happened with my friends, you know, they passed away and they weren't prepared. They didn't set up their wills properly. They didn't set up all this stuff. Like, you're going to be hit with a bunch of taxes. You're going to be hit with all these things. So I'm going to talk to my...
So many things.
Yeah. So these are all good things to do. And the fact is, it's like, our parents are getting older and they're not going to be around all the time. And as an older person, you do have to be prepared. It's morbid, but it's a reality. Doing that just kind of alleviates the pressure for your family when you're gone.
I personally think that as soon as you are married, have kids or you're in a
Yes.
serious relationship where you live with someone and it's like going long term and you can feel that, I would immediately start making plans of like make a letter of some kind, like in the event of this is what I would like to happen with my funds or
Yeah.
whatever. Like let's say you're on a trip with your significant other, then like your mom or your dad has to have access to your information. So if something happens to you, they know what to do. I fully believe in what he's doing. I think it's smart.
It is hard for his wife, you know.
Of course.
Because she wants to be in denial. She wants to be like, let's have all these lovely moments together. And like the bit that killed me when he was like, I want you to remember me as this dashing young man. And I was just like,
Yeah.
you know, yeah, of course. That's what we all want to be remembered as. And I think that's the hard thing when someone close to you is going through an illness that's so degenerative, like Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
It's like at the end of their life, they're not gonna be that person anymore, and it can be really hard when you remember them as this vibrant, funny, young, dashing, romantic person,
Right.
and then they're suddenly like a baby in an old person's body.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, they become unrecognizable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen that multiple times where you see someone sick and tubes and all that stuff or whatever, like the case may be, where they're like my grandmother, she's got
Yeah.
Alzheimer's and you saw her. Like
Yeah.
she looks, her everything is completely different from what she was before. She was like the coolest person and now she can't even speak. It's like really, really bad. She looks at you and you just hope that there's something in there where she sort of recognizes you, but most likely she doesn't. It's a really, really bad disease. There's like some small part of me that hopes that we're gonna break that wall of research to cure it before she dies so I can like talk to her again. But most likely it's like she's gonna pass before that technology is figured out, which really infuriates me. When people are going through something like this, I know like what he's doing is actually very real. And like, okay, my neighbor who used to live upstairs, she died of cancer and she didn't tell anyone what was going on. The only person who knew was the other neighbor who she was dating at one point. I'm saying way too much information. So, but like this is I've
damn it, Jaby.
I've noticed this happens a lot with like it's people who are on their way out. They don't like to make a big announcement about it usually. They like to just like keep it to themselves and
Well, yeah,
go out quietly basically.
Because I guess you don't want to make a big deal and like inconvenience the other people around
Right.
you, and you want to have them still treat you
Like a person.
normally.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of being like, oh, it's that person and they're sick.
I think in a lot of Asian culture, what's really cool about them touching on all these different levels of where people are at in their lives, for elder Asians, a lot of them, they don't want to talk about it. They want to just handle it. But it seems like the relationship that they have, they're so close, right? Like the husband and wife are so close. What I love about it is the reality is they are that close and he's being romantic in a way where he's still keeping her there, keeping that connection, not doing it behind her back, which is like, I feel like a very American way of doing things as well, to go and handle that and like maybe not say anything. But maybe in their culture, what's happening is they're showing that there's that connection, that they're loving each other and he's trying to go through it with her. But like I said, most people are not talking about it. So now when people are watching this, the communication's now there. They're saying how hard it is and people know that they need to talk about it. They need to understand why it's important to do these things and get it taken care of instead of hoping somebody handles it or, you know, and going through those things together. Like I did life insurance. So many times people did handle it and then they wouldn't know how to handle it. They're like, oh, it's set up here, and then they don't want that. And then because they're not educated and they don't know what to do, they end up not handling it the right way and all of those things because there's no communication.
Yeah.
So now it's opening this communication, and right now he's not going to go to this home, but now she'll get more comfortable, and then maybe later they'll go to the home and they'll pick the right spot and they'll do these things together. But what's cool is they're showing communications happening, which it never really does happen, you know, in these kind of cases.
Well,
That's fair.
And I think also the thing is within the Asian community is the sense that like, why would you consider going to a home when your family will take care of you?
Because they know the burden. It is really tough.
It's a heavy burden.
It
My
is a
grandmother
heavy
died of cancer, 3 different kinds of cancers, very aggressively, and she had hospice, and she stayed home. And when they were going through that, it's permanently damaging. Like, I, as a 7-year-old, still vividly remember my beautiful grandmother blowing up to 300 pounds and dying in front of us. If you had like death by euthanization, her having a choice to be able to die earlier because she didn't want to die that way, you know what I mean? Which is something that's being passed now. It's just nice having those options, but it's good to talk about it. And then if they don't want to die that way and be remembered that way, if they want to be put in a home, we need to respect people to have those decisions, to be able to do that, to go out the way that they want to go, and to save the suffrage of the family. Even the family doesn't understand. That's why this episode's so important, because the communication needs to happen now. And then as it happens where they're starting to lose themselves and they're seeing it, they're going to start realizing like how heavy it is and how hard it is, and maybe they can't go through it. And as much as we want to all be strong, it's not fair either to suffer and to go through that when there are other places like homes that can help you, and they have those people that take care of you, and you can come and they take care of the harder parts, like cleaning them and doing all those things. And you come in and you just bring in the memories and the photographs and the books, and you maintain that level of like connectivity and like remembrance, and like I don't know, it's really tough. And like talking about it in the beginning is so important, because later when you go through it, it's like so hard. You know? Like think about what our parents go through. They don't talk about it, and then all of a sudden they pass, and then you're sitting there going like, now you're dealing with a whole lifetime of questions when you could have talked about it and been like, you know what, Jaby, it's like, I understand how you feel, but this is my life. I need you to understand that this is what makes me feel happy, and knowing that you guys were ready, you're prepared, and when I go, it's okay. Like, you guys are okay, and I'm okay, and it's okay. And it's like, that's, to me, is powerful. That's why this is, like, so amazing that they're showing all the different levels of people going through different things. I don't know. I just think it was beautiful how they did that. And for him to be like, okay, his reaction is like, okay. And then they're just pausing on his face. And his real reaction is like, he really wants to go in that damn home and do this. He's on it, right? He wants to do it. And that's what his acting was so superb, because it's like, how normal people, he's like, okay, right now is not the time. We'll review this later. I love my wife. They'll go back to it again. You know what I mean? And now the conversation's there. So I don't know.
I didn't use this side.
Like you said, like his acting was so powerful there, because there's so much subtext that you can see. I loved that shot, that last one, where he's just like, there's just so many different layers there.
He brings a level of real to it that is always just really nice and refreshing.
So refreshing.
Yeah, I like it a lot. So.
Even this picture right now, he's just so awesome.
He's lovely. He's like
such a lovely.
He's like the quintessential dad or
Literally.
granddad, and you're just like, oh, I wouldn't mind if you were my dad.
Literally, we love you.
Yeah.
Yeah. To whoever Jaby's future wife is, I want to be frozen.
Just so we know,
yeah.
This is gonna be on the internet forever now. Jaby would prefer to be frozen so that you can
Captain
bring
America
him back.
status. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, Captain America. I want to be brought back. When you can pump me full of that, like the muscle jeans and all that stuff.
Okay.
Look like I'm like 20 forever.
De-aging.
De-aging.
And all that. Yeah.
It's all about the telomeres, baby. Once they figure that out, you can live forever. I'm probably not even saying that correctly, but
there's still so much more that we haven't talked about. You want to talk about it or no?
What?
Their relationship, that whole thing about the pregnancy. Now she
Okay,
wants a kid,
all right. So
and he doesn't want a kid.
Well, I see both of their sides. I mean, that's why Facebook and Google I think Google started it, are basically saying, we'll pay for your eggs to be frozen.
Oh, for reals?
Like
they'll
if you
pay for my eggs to be frozen?
Yes. If you
Why
work
have
for
you
them.
not been?
If you work for them, if you work for Google, they will pay for your eggs to be frozen. That's like becoming part of company.
You're gonna pay for my eggs to be frozen?
That's part of what's doing. You're messing me up. That's an enticing element or enticing aspect of working for certain companies now. Just like 401k, just like in health insurance. Now it's, we will pay for your eggs so that you don't have to have a baby before you're ready. You can have a baby when you want to have a baby. The thing about it is, I've heard that frozen eggs are not as good as just like fresh eggs.
I mean, obviously.
But I don't see why not. I don't understand why this technology hasn't been cracked yet, but that's a thing. And so I see both of their perspectives. She's getting older and she wants to be able to be young and vital while she's having, while she's raising her kid. I totally get that.
But piggybacking, it's what we're at right now is the beginning stages of these conversations that are about to develop. In relationships, everyone's scared in the beginning. Of course, we're all scared. Like, women are thinking, about our bodies and our time's coming, like all these things. And then men are like, what if we don't have freedom and all that? But then over time, you look and you sit on it and you go, oh man, actually, it does sound like a good idea. So that's why I'm saying, like, all of this is the beginning phases of the conversations that need to be started. And then throughout this whole series, you're going to see it where everyone's like, the mom's like she needs a companion, but she doesn't know how to because she doesn't know how to ask because women, I don't know, whatever it is that's going on there, right? And the sister's like, you know, of course I know this guy's hitting on me, but I need to spend this time with myself right now because I need to be good for whatever I bring back and whatever I do in my life. I can't make these same mistakes again. I gotta be in control and be happy with myself. You know, babies, it's like we're having this conversation, but watch, down the line, he's gonna be like, I'm ready. And then like they have a baby, like, you know, it's inevitable. But then at the end of it, once he probably passes, she'll probably be more happier knowing that they went through so much and got to this point that they were prepared, and she's not living in his death, she's living in his life.
I fully relate to his perspective though with the kid. Like he one of the things he said that you sort of laughed at was his startup just started up. I feel like that's very relatable for anyone who
starts their new,
is basically not a regular employee. You basically are in charge of your business.
Right.
And so that's sort of what holds me up as well. Like, it's not at the forefront of my priorities right now because I'm focused on this stuff. And it does freak me out a little bit. I'm like, I will get older and I need to figure that out as well. It's just hard to like do both at the same time. And something that has been told to me multiple times is there will never be the right time.
It always comes down to that.
Yeah.
Just that's the always will be the number one thing.
Yeah.
There never is the right time. People are never ready. And then once the baby comes and they get past the 3 years, because that's the hardest part, then they look at the baby and they're like, why didn't we do this sooner? I hear that so many times right now. Why didn't we do it sooner? All the time.
Because, no, I'll make a stupid joke, so I'm gonna stop.
It's okay.
Did you want to say something about
no,
the
I'm
relationship?
good now. I'm good. I'm happy that we touched on all this stuff. And I'm also very curious about what's going to happen to her mom.
That was Ashwin, though? With the kid? I was like, I didn't even clock that. Ashwin is one of the producers of the show. And so, anyway.
That was a cute little cameo. I was like, hey, I know you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Anyway, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. Thank you, Dice Media, for, if I could say that correctly. More caffeine, please.
Yes.
Thank you, Dice Media, for allowing us to react to this. Very, very much appreciate it. Be sure to check out Alazay today on the social media, as well as Achara KIRK, whenever you feel like doing that. Dunkirk.
Dunkirk.
I can't figure out a rhyme. Your name is so hard to rhyme.
I know. Tell me about it.
And there you go. So, Achara doesn't rhyme. KIRK
No,
doesn't rhyme.
I'm telling you, there was a project in school, in elementary school, where we had to write a rhyme to our names.
Oh,
and I was
God,
just
you're
like,
pissed.
this sucks.
Oh, I got one. So check out Achara KIRK, full of perks on the social media. And subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell icon so you get notified every time we drop another video. I am Jaby Koay. This is
Alazay.
And
Achara KIRK.
full of perks. Peace out.